Coming to paperback and e-readers this February, Isis, Samurai Goddess. The goddess next door takes on kung fu killers in this action-packed martial arts Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Samurai Goddess in paperback and e-readers this February. There's an old African proverb that says a race can rise no higher than the moral position of its women. And a lot of black people will just take that proverb and apply it towards black women, but I'm going to take it today and I'm going to apply it to white women. And when you look at this white woman, her moral position is lower than this Afro American Negro female. A lot of people will look at this Afro American Negro female and they'll think that she has the lowest moral position. No, this white female has the lowest moral position in society. And I'm not saying all white females, because there are quite a few white women who do have a high moral position. But overall, there are quite a few with a low moral position, like the murderer of Emmett Till, Carolyn Bryant. And because many of these racist white females have this low moral position, they pretty much create dysfunction in white people. When you look at this female, who is the first teacher of culture, you have to understand that because of her low moral position, this is why we have the concepts of racism and white supremacy passed on from generation to generation, because racism and white supremacy does not start with this white man. Now, this is the concept that many of these Afro-American Negroes believe, because the white man had the physical and economic power, but the white female has control of the culture, and she establishes the moral position for white society. So all that racism and white supremacy that you see permeated throughout society, it doesn't come from this white man. It is taught to him by this white woman. And it's this white woman's moral position that leads to her teaching her sons to be the racists and white supremacists who go out here and oppress everyone. Unfortunately, because many of these white males are intoxicated by that white female's atomic waste reactor between her legs, they pretty much can't see her for the predator she truly is, and the mastermind who is manipulating black men against white men in this chase to get their taste of that atomic waste. In their minds, they think they're defending the honor of this white female, but you're not defending the honor of this white female. In most cases, you, Mr. White Male Simp, are being manipulated by this female so that she can go out here and continue to get resources out of you, because racism and white supremacy pretty much elevate this female to a higher privileged status than she would usually get in society if it wasn't there. And because she teaches her sons to elevate her to a higher social status, these boys go out here and elevate the daughters of these other white women to that higher social privilege status. And because they see her on that higher social privilege status, they pretty much think that she is sweet, she is innocent, and she is the paragon of virtue. However, when you look at this white woman and you look at her from an objective and panoramic view, you will see her for the monster she truly is. She is actually more monstrous than this Afro-American Negro woman. Most people will look at this black woman and see her as a bad person, but you have to understand who taught this Afro-American Negro woman everything that she knows. And this Afro-American Negro woman learned about American culture from this white female. She learned all of her behaviors from this white female because she wants to emulate the behaviors of this dysfunctional white woman. She believes that if she acts like this white woman, she will find a place for herself in society. And if she can emulate the identity of this white female, she will be in a higher social privilege position, just like this white female. This is why your Afro-American Negro woman will go out here and put in green contacts in her eyes. This is why your Afro-American Negro woman will go out here and bleach her skin. This is why your Afro-American Negro woman will cut off parts of her nose, because she wants to be like this white woman, not understanding that when it comes down to this white female, she is a monster. She is a monster not because of her appearance, but because of her actions. And in her actions, primarily, she sees men as tools she can use to move herself further up the economic ladder. Because when it comes down to this white female, it's all about resources, and it's all about controlling resources. And when in that quest to get resources, she uses racism and white supremacy as a tool to get resources for herself and to protect resources for her bloodline. But you can't tell this to the Afro-American Negro male because he's enamored by this white female. He deifies this white female. And when you hear him talking about white supremacy, he's only talking about that white man. He never sees this white woman for the predator she truly is. In his eyes, this white woman is just a victim of white supremacy. But to those of us who understand racism from an objective perspective, we understand that she is the perpetrator of white supremacy. She is the creator of white supremacy, and she is the queen of white supremacy. Just like these white Afro-American Negroes who are dysfunctional say the black woman is God, these racist white males are also deifying their own white woman, not looking up at her instead of looking her directly in the eye and seeing her as the mastermind who is manipulating them like pieces on a chessboard to move herself forward at their expense. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.